All right, let's get this a thing a rolling, because again, at least a couple scabs I got to rip off quick, but nothing but mostly positive healing. uh, uh, I don't know if it's Jesus Garcia or Jesus. Either way, Bentley Coop, we're being told on Bonnie's in the Coop. I don't know. I didn't know Church was was he a Bentley guy? I maybe could very possibly be true. I just I don't actually know. Crim Ferret. Yeah, I think the saying it right. It's that guilty pleasure. Everyone art is subjective. I think Tommy could have done anything with that St. Elmo's fire. I think he stayed, you know what I mean? And all opinions for entertainment purposes only, of course. I'm not right. Uh, but I think you nailed it. I'd rather have questions that can't be answered than answers that can't be questioned. And that's it. And that's that whole, from it doesn't matter. Here, this is funny and good. And it's so cool. Because the very next comment I have here from Alyssa, Alicia, I'm shit with names, Savage, which is a tough ass name. You go. The Gorillas in the Mist is not Jane Goodall. It was Diane Fossey. And I didn't, right? I got that one wrong. To be fair, it was really talking about the WEF Stooges and you eat the cricket paste so they can have the Kobe beef, right? That was really it, but I do appreciate it, and I'm not being an ass, because no, I'm definitely wrong. I'm a cornucopia of useless knowledge, not useful knowledge. But right underneath it, from folk rock, Australian rock, and more, I love and appreciate your emotionally honest response. Well, that was the deal there. If you made it all the way to the end of the Lose Yourself, it turns out it wasn't the song as much as that arrangement and emotional, just wonderful take on Eminem's song redeemed what I thought was an entirely lost commercial piece of garbage. So it was this, honestly, I'm pretty sure I said it right at the end, getting a little bit of the pessimist and the cynic to go away would be helpful. I'm grateful one of the cornerstones is the sun is shining, the wind is blowing, and the grass under my feet is incredible. I believe that puts me ahead of the curve on rebuilding the society that will burn around us. But in the end, it's about appreciating, for me, about trying to appreciate more in the life I'm living than please worship my favorite thing. You know what I mean? So, just call it the way I think it is. Like Big Geek Man right down there thinks I'm just a balding Mohawk reactor. Okay, cool. Yep, that appears to be accurate. Of course, I get a wide berth when I walk into like the workroom. That's good. See, I don't need every goofball who can't do their job, who thinks they're cool, to even think I'm approachable. So it works. If it's off-putting, upsetting, or just goofy, perfect. Because, see, it keeps the Joe Average and the Jane Nobodies off of my shit. And I'm okay with that, because it turns out I only really chill with the coolest people on the back of the bus. I don't go with the sheeple. So, yeah, I plan on being put in the box with the Mohawk that I have pictures of when I was a kid. Holding on to it all? You betcha. Why? Because fuck everybody else. Lightning Strikes Again is sick. Yeah, it was, I love, my brother and I, we saw Dokken so many times. Dokken and Rat. I saw those bands so many times. Probably can't do that for Yo Rumsfeld. I'm going to try to leave them up here and not heart them so I can put a link to this video this time. Thank you for that request. That was, you know, the shit was so good. I will definitely look into that. I'm going to definitely put a couple more on the channel. Now, below that, Yo Mama. This is a very important song. Love the reaction. Got to suggest Tracy Chapman, Give Me One Reason. I think that's a good song too. Now, I will say the bloody pentagram in the thumbnail and then somebody's knocking, should I let him in? Lord, it's the devil. Would you? Now, I find that funny. Just coincidental. But what part of somebody's knocking is important? Just, I'm mostly kidding. You know, if you've been around the channel for a bit, it'd be par for the course in the kind of crap I ask. Just because that's the observation. But it's all good and I don't care, for real. As long as you're not hurting nobody, I don't care about much of anything. Yeah, no. You could not like rap and you could not like country and you could still find a way to probably enjoy that Lose Yourself. I think Robert, one of our main supporters here, put it really well. I think I already hearted that. The whole might not be everyone's cup of tea at the beginning. Maybe it's too slow, right? But then by the end and it kicks in and the whole performance, I really think it's a winner. You know, like I said, my reaction really comes from the fact that, you know, I was impressed by that arrangement. And then it's weird. Somewhere in these comments is someone like trying to you know, at no point did I compare Dimash to Casey and with emotional content. I don't know if that commenter just projected that on there, but to say that Dimash can't sing and doesn't have range, well, then you're just a liar. Right? You're just a liar. I don't care if you don't like them. I don't like soccer. That certainly won't stop people from playing soccer. So, yes, share your opinions, but at no point did I make that comparison, so I think that's what I get frustrated. I think the reaction and learning something new is what I was trying to explain. But sometimes I'm poor at that. Fair enough. But, yeah, thought I would clarify that because in the end, it's like Miss Fabian. I love Miss Fabian. But it was that interaction with her crowd that grabbed in and squished my heart and said, pay attention to this. It's beautiful. You're seeing something fairly unique. The singing was just a bonus for the palpable love in the room. So I'm very specific when it comes to these things. It's not just, oh, I like this better than that and everything else sucks. I find that to be a petty, petty, petty position to take. I just appreciate all the love on the reaction. I was surprised. Honestly, that's the thing. I can weather the storm because I actually, well, as far as I can tell, psychopaths might come to my door eventually. But you haters would never even give me the time of day in public. So I realize your anonymity and immense power from mom's basement is really important to your ability to exist. You go. Keep doing you. Grumpy! Grumpy, grumpy, grumpy. Now you left me and threatened me, but that's okay. I love you anyways. How dare, right? You know, you did. But, man, I am actually very happy for you. Buddy Guy, that's cool. Of course I remember Paulo. We've got right. He's got like 5 songs on the channel, and the channel's only been around for a year, year and a half. Paolo's done quite well on the channel for you to be able to enjoy. Yeah, no, she is very cool. But that's awesome. Very cool. And ooh. Yeah, the people hiding over COVID, that's to be really unfair right now. Maybe you should live in an era where you should demand some truth about the flu, the fake masking, and all that stuff. History's not going to be kind on this whole fiasco. Let's just be fair. Only people who haven't seen the truth. Just like the flu, right? That got a lot of people too. But it turns out, just as of today I read, the huge incentive. So they bribe the doctors. That's just a fact. Anyone out there can cry all you want, but it turns out they bribe the doctors to give you poorly tested, invented shit. Right? It just, they yeah. And then all the people who participated the most are suffering the most, which is really scary. So I feel bad. I do. But anybody who gave up their life over the last 3 years bought into a globalist coup, not a, actuality. Sorry. I hate to do that, but that's the truth. It really upsets people, but it's the truth. Your fear is real and truthful to you, but turns out nobody else. I'm not afraid of the same things you are. I'm not gonna be. I actually fear completely ignorant assholes on the road who are gonna kill me because they think they're invincible. Everybody want to know what my greatest fear is? It's not the WEF. It's not the New World Order. It's not the police state. It is suburban moms who are so arrogant they think they own the road. That's who I'm afraid of. And I'm pretty sure the statistics show that fear is warranted. Janis Joplin vibes on the Casey. I can hear that. I think that's fair. Okay, let's see here. I've been listening to Casey for over 20 years. You're an Aussie. Aussies are wonderful fans. 99.8 of you are percent in my comments are some wonderful fans and people. That's the truth. Every group has that 2%, right? Every group has that elitist mentality. Every group has that extremist ideologue, right? That exists. But as a general rule, y'all rock down there like you couldn't believe. Hold on, this is long and I'm going to read this. Query everything. I don't know if that's, like I said, I hope you made it to the end where you realize that it was the power of the arrangement and what can be done with music that really shook me to my core and gave me, gratefully so, an emotional response. Would that happen to that song again? No. I've already made that realization. Ironically enough, this is why I brought up Dimash, who I'm not comparing the two, which I just trying to be literal here. Him singing the Japanese Blossom song. It's like 2 songs. It's 2 different titles the way he sings it. the vocal stylings. I don't care if it's emotionally dead. Oh, that just irritates me. I like Malmsteen too, and they had the same argument about him, and I just disagree with you with all the passionate. You don't gotta be Joe Cocker to perform, okay? It doesn't have to be a literal, fit on stage. It can be, but it doesn't happen. Sometimes technical prowess is just as good as emotional content for the people who enjoy things. I don't have to have it all tear me apart. Ironically enough, that song, is it Iconata? I think that's it. I'm pronouncing it wrong probably. A certain phrasing in the vocal style every time just grabs me, punches me, says, this makes you feel. So awesome. But they're two different experiences. One is from the music. This was from the arrangement and the discovery of knowledge. Because it's all subjective, that should totally be cool. But I appreciate your comment, and I appreciate, I can see, I'm going to put it more on the channel. 100%. I really, good. We like, I have no problem with country. Oh, thank you. I do have to answer one. Oh, thank God. Thank goodness. That's what I do. You are not the target audience. I think I spelled that wrong. I did. For this channel. Spelled that wrong too, because I'm not a very good, I don't spell very well. Cool. All right. I just had to, Mike, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter because you don't like us. It turns out, no! Go to some place that tells you what you want to hear. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me that you're sitting there telling me how I should act? You're kidding, right? You must have trouble sitting down with testicles that big. Thank you for your time, a-hole. Everybody else, that's that whole 2%. It definitely, we have a little bit of that. Yeah, no, Mike D. I see now that the information in the data leak won't be important, just the person who leaked it. Isn't it amazing that journalists are calling for less transparency? If you believe your government should be able to operate in secrecy, please unsubscribe now. You're part of the problem. I think that's about it. Oh, yeah, it's almost 20 minutes. Ha! It's just in my gut. Okay, I got to leave this up so I can drop some links in the comments. Did I refresh yet? Oh, no. Micah, I got you covered. No, I'm going to keep talking till it's over because it turns out a channel's not, it's about me and you, not the music. The music is just a subplot to get us together. Thanks for participating, Micah.